Hi y'all, this is your girl Vanessa coming to you real quick with the video. I made several videos about the Dixon challenge, and I just wanted to come through real quick. And I had a few things that I forgot to mention in my other videos because I was trying to get the video up and loaded because I got 5 boys, and when they get home, it gets chaotic, and I don't have enough time in the time frame to keep the noise down so you guys can hear me clearly. So I'm really gonna go to this video. They get home in the next 30 minutes or so, and so what I'm gonna just quickly say is that a lot of times most of us are afraid to step up and speak our minds the way we're supposed to. I personally speak my mind. If I see something that's wrong, out of place, or whatever, that's not normal, if that makes sense, let me just explain something to you about. This happened when I was probably in, I'm going to say junior high, maybe I was probably a little young. Take a step back, a little younger. I was going to a church. I had been attending since I was a little girl, and it's predominantly a white church. And I went to a slumber party, and the Sunday school teacher, she was a nice lady, but I was the only black girl there, okay, at the slumber party. And the place that she lived was in another city, which was in another county, and which primarily white, rich folk areas, and majority of them are white, okay. She had a beautiful home. We went swimming, had a good time with the rest of the girls. Like I said, it was a slumber party, sleepover. And after you have that swim, you have to wash your hair because of the chlorine, okay? And I had to wash my hair because, being African American, we have to make sure our hair retains a steady flow. That makes sense. But I at the time, was natural for a while because I didn't get a relaxer. I was getting a relaxer, but at the time, but my grandmother wholeheartedly, you don't go swimming with a fresh perm in your hair. Okay, it just don't work that way. With that being said, I went swimming, which I had permission to, with my friends, Sunday school classmates, peers. They were all white girls. They treated me cool. They were laid back, cool. Okay, teacher was as well. But what finally set it off for me and upset me and angered me with that night. I had to go home that same night. My hair, I'm brushing up my hair after I blow dried it one night from washing it from swimming. Okay, my hair's black. Okay, mind you, hair sheds. When you comb it, it sheds. So I put my hair on top of the counter in the bathroom. I was getting ready to toss it, but I had forgotten it on top of the counter. It's a big wad of hair. Well, not a big wad, but because I had lots of hair. Okay, I had a lot. My hair was real long, but it shedded out a lot of little ball of hair. I say about maybe that big, which happens. Well, we heard screaming. The Sunday school teacher was screaming, and we didn't know what was going on. And she thought, we ran in there, what's going on, what's wrong, you okay? She thought she saw a cockroach. Get this, she thought that my hair was a cockroach. Yeah. I was very offended. She apologized, she was sorry and all that, but I didn't feel comfortable anymore. I was a young girl, but I wasn't stupid to racism. I knew about racism. I knew what my grandmother told me and what she taught me about racism. Racism and how people say ugly things to you. She didn't say anything ugly. But the fact that she thought my hair was a cockroach when all the other girls' hair could have been sitting on the counter, where she thought the same thing, was I the only one that, because I had black hair and it looked like a roach? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I got my bags. I called my grandmother and I told her to pick me up. She didn't want me to leave. She felt bad. I said, no, honey, no, ma'am. I'm not staying here where I'm uncomfortable now. You've made that possible for me to be uncomfortable in an environment, and it's kind of embarrassing because my hair is black. All of the girls had long hair. One had dark brown hair. The rest of them were kind of blondish or whatever. I said, so I asked her if their hair was laying on top of the counter, would you have said their hair looked like a cockroach? I think not. I said, but my hair, being that it's black, you thought my hair was a roach. That right there already gave me signs of your true colors. I'm not calling her racist, I never did, but I just saw something she thought my hair looked like, and it was offensive. I was a teenage girl. Now, to this day, I still have that in my heart of how people say things. Some may not mean it, and some may not. Some may. But what are their true feelings about the matter? What is their stand on this? You know, I didn't go back to the party. I was uncomfortable. I went home. I told my grandma what happened. My grandmother said, now that's something for you, isn't it? Diamond Head was, like I said, was a predominantly white area full of people who had money, rich folks. Yes, it was very, very high, costly living in Diamond Head. There comes to a point where I just say, you know what? I'm going to leave. I'm uncomfortable now. It's time for me to hit the door. The girls didn't want me to go. Teacher didn't want me to go. But you are a Christian woman. Okay? You are a church lady. You're my Sunday school teacher. But yet you thought my hair was a roach. Even with the light on. Come on. I said, that's my hair. I left it on there by accident. I said, but you think my hair is a roach? No, ma'am. I think that was around the late 80s to the early 90s. I would say mid to late 80s because I was a little younger then. Like I said, I was in my preteen stage, I believe. And I just didn't, that right there just didn't sit right with me, okay? And, I mean, I have been called the N-word. I have been called gorilla, monkey, whatever. I have been said down, things have been said to me that are unreal. But I'm still standing and I'm still smiling because I don't let that affect me as much as but if somebody said something to my face and called me the N-word to my face, I don't know what my reaction would be. Because honestly, I might knock the asses out. Honestly, I would. Because you're in defense mode now. I know I saw your lady's video on Facebook. Amy, I commend you for saying what you had to say to us. And I know you said you were afraid because of this lady. She just felt too comfortable telling you this. And how did she know you didn't have a black husband or a biracial child or some black ancestry in your family? Don't nobody know what color they actually are. They just know that they come with light skin, dark skin, brown skin, whatever. Everybody has... Y'all excuse me. I apologize about that. Wrong number. Anyway, what I want to explain to you guys is that sometimes we come across some of the ignorant ass people that ever is. I personally don't like the Confederate flag. Never will I ever have any comfortable feeling about that flag. But I don't go around preaching it to anybody else. Now, I remember back in high school, black people wore the Malcolm X t-shirts. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My card filled up. But I just wanted to continue really quick and just say that, Amy, I commend you on doing what you did by coming on video and expressing yourself. And again, you don't have to feel guilty because you, like I said, it caught you off guard. But when it comes down to it and you have to defend any person of any race, do it. But, you know, like I said in my post earlier, you gotta kind of just, these folks have not yet embraced life with life. if that makes sense. They're just surrounding themselves with more ignorance every day. And we're constantly hearing about all this, police brutality and all of it. And it's just like, it gets, and the kids, they're targeting people they're targeting, it gets worse and worse. And they say what's done in the dark will come to the light. And it's starting, racism is starting to hit the fan even higher. And my experience with the Sunday school teacher was, put it like this, I would never go to a summer party, or if my son or daughter, send them a place where they're uncomfortable or where they were mistreated. I'm not saying that they mistreated me, because they didn't, but the fact that she thought my hair was a roach, that right there just set the bar for me being angry and not attending anything ever again with the church event. If they was asking, I refused. If it was something during church time or after church time, at Sunday school time, at the facility, where then after that I go straight home, that would have been fine. But if going overnight to stay at somebody's house and you're around nothing but white folks and you the only black chick, and they say something about your hair looking like a cockroach, no ma'am, ain't gonna happen ever again. I'm angry because of that right there. I was happy being there. I got to interact, know these girls, talk with them. We talked about boys, we talked about things, all girly things that girls do. Yeah, I had tomboy in my ass too, but this right here set the bar for me not going back to or around the teacher again. I didn't hate her. I just was never comfortable with what she said about my hair. And to this day, I am very happy to be who I am. I love my people. I love everybody. I forgave her. I know that she probably didn't mean it in any way, but it still hurt. And that right there is very hurtful when you feel like you're alone in being that you're the only black girl there, and your hair being named cockroach of the year. Of course, that's just me saying cockroach of the year, but again, we all get to the point of where you were afraid. We're all afraid at some point. I'm afraid to, when my boys get older, they're going to go out there, and the question is, are they going to be targeted just like all the rest? I'm afraid that will probably be the case. My husband used to walk every night from Walmart, and every night he got pulled over by the police. But see, the thing about it is, police officers never harassed him in any bad way. They always even gave him a ride home. And they talked good, they helped him. Now those are some of the good ones. Not all the ones are bad. But the bad ones are making the good ones look bad. And who can you trust, right? Well, I'm going to go. Y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Stay tuned. I'll have more.
Time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need.